And she has a son named Brandon who is born with Moa-Wilson syndrome. So to help pay for some of those medical bills and living expenses, she started and created her own wreath making business. And it's that time again, Friday night, NMU hosts Tech right here at 7 o'clock. If you can't make it to the game, that will be aired on TV6. Our new maker space area in the Marquette Senior High School. This is the collaboration room where students can come, work on projects, facilitate some creative ideas. Now over here, check it out, this is their tech room. One thing I know about Michigan Tech students, they are tough because this weather is not so fun to stand out in for hours at a time. But come on in, follow me, come into the restaurant, and they really wanted to replicate a Chinese palace. Look at these beautiful decorations. During the warmer months, people travel to Mackinac Island for a full experience. They ride the bicycles around the island. Good morning, Vicki. Yes, we've all had those Pinterest fails where you set out to do a project and it just doesn't look how the picture looks like. They are definitely all unique in their own ways. We have 7 incredible pies here this morning, and they each have names to them. So I'm just going to name off Chicago Fire. Jeff Clark, who is a firefighter, comes in at the end of season 1 and is now a 4th-year medical student. Is there going to be other integrations like this with Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, with Chicago Med? Around 3 a.m. on Tuesday, rescue officials began receiving calls about massive flooding in various areas of Marquette County. US 41 between Heitman and Yalmer Road flooded, and a washout occurred on M94 between County Road 545 and Angman Lake Road. This disaster not only closed down roadways, but put people's lives at risk. As the Chocolate River continued to rise along Green Garden Road, 10 individuals were rescued from entrapment.
When we initially got here, after about an hour, the water had risen about a foot. It was unsafe for people to go into it, that's why we called for the boats. It's risen dramatically over the course of about 3 hours, and now it seems like it's leveling off a little bit.
Homes in the flooding grounds woke up to an alarming sound.
I heard sirens at 4:30 a.m. and I was hoping it wasn't my neighbor in an ambulance or something, and I couldn't tell what was going on, and then just got up to take my son to school at 7:30 and found out the road was closed.
The water that once covered the bridge on US 41 has now subsided, but now officials are checking the structure to make sure it's safe to drive over. Roads that experience flooding, such as Mangum and Green Garden Road, should not be crossed until it's reported safe.
Our kids take the bus, so when they get on the bus, it usually goes down the road and has to go over the bridge, and the bus had to turn around this morning. It's a lot of water in that river. I mean, It's almost up to the bridge, which is crazy. I've never seen it like that before.
Officials advise drivers to have caution when around these areas and to never drive across flooded roads. Ansley Watson, TV6 News, Marquette County. Break!
Sled hockey is an adaptive sport versus your traditional ice hockey, stand-up ice hockey. So it's for individuals that basically have some sort of physical disability that would keep them from playing your traditional ice hockey.
A plastic sled.
Bring it!
Plus 2 hockey sticks to shoot, pass, and propel yourself across the ice. Sled hockey is breaking down physical barriers.
It's a great thing for a recreational opportunity for people that might not have had that in the past, and now that they can try this out and get themselves going and find a great quality of life.
After a traumatic accident took away his ability to play hockey, Alan Beauchamp came up with the idea to begin a sled hockey league in the UP. With the help of the Superior Alliance for Independent Living, details are sliding into place.
Back in 2010, I was involved in an accident that left me paralyzed from the waist down. I thought that traditional hockey was over with. Then I was able to find the sport sled hockey. First time I tried it was back in March of last year, 2016, and I went down to Grand Rapids. Tried it for 15 or 20 minutes and fell in love with the sport all over again.
When I first tried sled hockey, I was fearful about falling over. However, you're so close to the ice that it's easy to regain your stability. Local arenas are willing to do what they can to help turn this into a regular recreational sport in the community.
I believe that we could find some places in our schedule that we could put in some time for either like a drop-in sled hockey, some organized practices, maybe even some games or tournaments. And I'm excited to see that happen here, and I'm with the turnout that we had at the last sled hockey clinic that these people put on. It was awesome. There was a lot of smiling faces. There was a lot of kids here.
In the second part of the series, we look at the opportunity sled hockey is providing for veterans. Ansley Watson, TV6 News, Marquette.